So I just wanted to start out. This video is from about 3 months ago. I actually don't have this car anymore. I bought it originally just to strip out the seats and a bunch of other parts for my Jetta because I have a 1.9 liter turbo diesel. This one's a 2.0 naturally aspirated engine. So I bought this, was going to just strip it for parts and get rid of it, or maybe take the parts out of my car, put it in and sell it for something. But I bought it and I decided it was in too good a shape to do that, and it has like pretty much all the features on the inside. So I fixed it and I sold it. What you're going to see here is the head replacement. It's going to be a bunch of parts because it's going to take me a while to edit all this video down to a reasonable size. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know before we start out that's what this is. And I didn't have a chance to record the timing belt, I don't believe, so you may miss out on actually setting the timing and doing the timing at the end. If it's something that you guys want to see, I guarantee you I'll have another one of these at some point to fix. So here we go. So today on Scrapping, we are disassembling a Volkswagen 2.0 engine that has the timing belt head broken on. It's got no compression. I assume the head is shot. I assume the rest of the engine is probably still good. So I'm ripping it down to see what it looks like, and we'll make a decision once we get there. A couple things I did. I took out this pipe, 2 clamps, a vacuum line that runs to here, and another line that runs to right here. That's this one. This one runs to the top, and this guy connects right here. Connector here goes to this one. Also disconnected the mass airflow sensor. That wire's right there. These two, one of them goes here. You just squeeze them, squeeze the end, and then wiggle them and pop them out. And then this one goes from the vacuum pump to the air box. So, just wanted to show you. I did those. It took like 2 minutes to take them all out. So, what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take the air box out just to get it out of the way. I believe these are just 10 millimeters. So, let me grab my tools. I'm going to need an extension for some of these, but take this one off. I don't think the airbox actually has to come out. I'm just going to take it out so it's not in the way of anything. Alright, so there's your airbox. I'm going to put the 2 bolts with it so I know where they go. And just putting everything to the side. So, I know you're not going to be able to see everything. I'm not going to be able to record everything. I'll just give you that heads up to begin with. I'll just tell you what I'm doing. This looks like a vent line from the fuel tank of some sort. And yeah, that's my guess. So this hose runs down to a white line. I'm just going to put it out of the way for now. I probably could just pop that right off there too. Then there's this, I think, is the PCV valve. There's a little tiny hose right here. I'm going to pop that guy off for now. I think he comes off at the fuel rail. You need a little bit of leverage on a small wrench like this. You can grab an extension or a little piece of pipe. This is for one of my little jacks. We'll see if we need more than this. So this bolt, I'm just going to take out I don't actually know if this is necessary to take off, but I'm going to take it off and get it out of the way. I'm going to do that for basically everything. And the bolt I'm just going to put back in. Got one here on the air pump. And this air pump has the same problem as all of the air pumps. The rubber bracings on them break. I've owned 2 of these before this one. This is a different one. But this actually worked to loosen it, so. I'm not sure, I bet you this. I'm going to pop the air pump. I'm not sure if I need to take this off. I think the air pump should come off, but I don't think the rest of this matters. The air pump is just held on by one bolt at the moment. It's normally 3. So I popped the air pump connector off. I'm just going to put that out of the way. And then I'm going to grab my 10mm again, which should be right here. I'll show you what I'm talking about with these broken. They're like suppressors of some sort. They seem to always break. But here's the air pump. I had one of these on my 2.0 where the pipe that goes across was cracked. So they have these little suppressor things. They're just to help dampen vibration, stuff like that. They always break off. So the other 2 that are here are just on that end. So I'm going to put this to the side. There's a connector down here that goes to what looks like the throttle body. But yep, that's the throttle body. That connector I will pull out of the way too. Looks like that's got 6 wires. I'm going to use this video to reference some of this if I need to. Most of it's pretty straightforward. I'm not going to screw up most of these connectors. You just got to remember to put them back on. And the vehicle will not run very good if you don't put them back on. So now there's a coolant hose right here, which I'm going to try to pop off and plug with a bolt. I'm going to just plug it off for tonight in case I don't get to draining the entire coolant system. Interesting how I get this. So this one goes to the top, so I didn't expect too much coolant in here. So if you do this, it'll just block off the coolant from flowing if it decides to. So hook that guy out of the way. And then on the other side, I'm going to do the same thing. I think one of these will work. This one may have a little bit of flow in it, we'll see. So this one's just right off the back. Nope, nothing. So just in case, I'm putting bolts in all these just to stop any kind of coolant from going. Oh, wait a second, this one's not a coolant line. Nope, this one's not coolant. This one's a fuel line of some sort. So where does the other one go? There you go. Like I said, that didn't make much sense. So the other one's not a coolant line, it's a fuel vent line of some sort. Cool. Wire it out of the way for the moment. I'm going to pull this one off too. It's hard to see here, but all I'm doing is really removing any coolant line that goes into the head, anything that's connected to the head really, because you have to get it off before you can even remove the head. I have to empty the coolant system before I can pull that bottom one off. Not a biggie. So I'm going to take You don't have to take this off. This just connects around to the other side. So next I'm going to take out all these, which go through. So take these guys off. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 and 5 are straight down there on the other side. Volkswagen was kind enough to make it impossible to get to. So those two are loose. Now I need to find a longer wrench. This one's close. Might be good enough to get them out. Just loose. And now we just got the back two, which I'm assuming are going to be just as fun. Other one, the back one, it's a bigger one if you look at it, same size but much bigger. So there's two. The other one, so this one's going to be more of a pain in the butt. Alright, same thing, another long one. Out of the way. When you put this all back together, you're going to need gaskets. This looks pretty oily. Get it out of the way. So now, I believe we are continuing on doing pretty much the same thing. There's one. I'm going to record this so I don't forget it. So now you can see all this, the two bolts in the back, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the front. So these spark plugs look new, plug wires at least. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Is this on? 2, just making sure. 2, 3, bore. So 4 is the shortest, 1 is the longest, and just go straight through. So we are going to pop the spark plug wires off. We are going to take out these 2 bolts, this guy and this guy. I believe the rail just pops off and we can hopefully just pull it out of the way. The wire goes here, so I'll probably have to disconnect it here and pull it out of the way this way. So that has to come out, so I might as well do that. I think I might pull a spark plug or 2. I might actually pull all of them and see if there's any damage to them, because that'll give me a good idea of what I'm getting into. So let's see. Alright, so these are smaller. These are the other size. Might as well break these free while I'm here. You should PB stuff like this, but none of this really looks that bad. I'm just going to take these bolts out while I'm here. Like I said, these are a little bit smaller. Don't know what size. This doesn't have any markings on it. So you need a really good set of Allen wrenches, and like I said, I am missing a couple that I really should have for this. You can just unplug all these. You can just unplug all these, pull this connector, there's a wire down here to another sensor, which you have to take off. Done pulling your injector cables off, which basically you just squeeze them and they pop straight out. Then grab your spark plug wires and pull them straight out. I usually pull wires that are angled and just grab them and pop them straight off. They're a little hard to pop off sometimes, but if you just grab them, give them a good yank, they'll pop off. There is a plug in the block. I think you need to take it out at some point. I just realized I probably don't have to take it out yet. Guarantee it. Alright, so I'm just going to pull these cables out of the way now. So this sensor, you can unplug it, it didn't want to unplug, so I just took it out. But I think this is your knock sensor. I'm pull that out of the way. Get this cabling all out of the way. Alright, so now I can probably take this entire thing off. This is where the injectors connect, part of the intake. Taking those off. Don't actually think you have to take this off. It's just my injectors don't want to release. So before I actually continue this, I'm going to try one more time, give the injector a good yank. She tried to remove the injectors and they didn't want to come out, so what I do here is I just try to pull on them one last time to see. But you don't actually have to remove them for doing the head. You'll see I just take off the lower intake next and just pull the whole thing to the side, put it out of the way. But it doesn't. You don't actually have to remove the injectors. You could also just remove the fuel lines on the side. But I decided it wasn't worth taking any of that off. I could just remove the lower intake and put it out of the way. Rather than boring you with this, there's 6 Allen head bolts that need to come out, and there is 2 studs that have nuts on them. So to take the lower intake off, that's all you have to do. I'm not sure what size it is, but it just takes a while to get these out, so I'm going to cut that piece out here. This is the grossest one. It's pretty bad. So now this whole thing should be free. We can push it off to the side. Alright, so take the gasket off. It's pretty gross looking. Pretty gross looking as it is, I should say. So now we are pretty much down to where we need to be. So these are all 10 millimeters to get the valve cover off. Oh, and that's another thing. This car came with a new timing belt on it because they must have decided to try to see if the head was actually contacted, which on these things I think they contact basically every time the belt breaks. So there's your cover. It's pretty good actually. Pop out, I can't remember. It just pops out. No pitting or anything. Man, what a waste. This engine was in such good shape. I don't think I ever mentioned this later on, so I'll mention it now. This car was at 160 something thousand miles. I can't remember exactly when I got it, and the timing belt had to have been original that broke because I checked the water pump and the water pump's date on it was 2000, so it was put in when the car was manufactured and never changed. It's not likely that they went in there and did everything else without doing the water pump. Just thought it was interesting. Original timing belt made it to 160, I think it was 167,000 miles. Let's pull the spark plugs, take a peek at those. Wash plugs. So here you're going to see me take some pictures. I'm going to show you them in a second. The spark plugs on here, they all looked fine. You know, a little gross because they've been trying to start an engine that has no compression, but not horrible. And I end up using the spark plugs again because they looked like they were replaced within probably like 10,000 miles. So they get reused. What you're going to see is a pictures of the valves. The exhaust valves, every single one of them is bent. You'll see that closer in the next episode that I make of this. So in part 2, we're going to go through removing the actual head and a bunch of other stuff. I'm not sure where we'll actually get to, but this is it for today. So here's those pictures. What you'll see is the hydraulic lifters are not up all the way on the exhaust valve. And what this means is they're not returning back into the position that they were supposed to be in. If you look at the one next to it, in most of these pictures, you'll see that the intake valve is totally fine and it's exactly where it's supposed to be. So zero compression because every single exhaust valve is bent. Everything else looks good, so this is basically, once I pull the head off, this is where I decide I am fixing it. So stay tuned for part 2. We're going to fix the car. I'm not sure when I'm going to release it, but whenever I get a chance. See you in the next one.